Global Gridlock Report. Xi Jinping calls on Chinese military to prepare for war. Amid rising tensions with Taiwan. In a significant escalation, Chinese President Xi Jinping has instructed the People's Liberation Army, PLA, to intensify military readiness and prepare for possible conflict. This call for heightened preparedness reflects China's increasing focus on Taiwan, an island it claims as its own, as tensions between China and the US-backed island nation continue to rise. Xi's statement was made amid recent, large-scale military exercises around Taiwan, marking one of the most direct signals of Beijing's resolve in its territorial claims. Before we proceed, please like, comment, and subscribe to help us with the YouTube algorithm. Xi's address to Chinese troops centered on strengthening military readiness for real combat, which many analysts see as an explicit warning toward Taiwan and its allies, particularly the United States. The U.S. has maintained a long-standing policy of supporting Taiwan through arms sales and diplomatic backing, despite the lack of formal diplomatic relations. Xi's speech has fueled global concerns over a potential military confrontation in the Taiwan Strait, with both regional stability and global economic interests at stake. China's aggressive military drills in the Taiwan Strait have become more frequent and are seen by some analysts as a demonstration of Beijing's intent to normalize a military presence around the island. The recent drills included not only naval and aerial maneuvers, but also amphibious operations, which are considered essential for a full-scale invasion. These exercises come in response to perceived provocations by Taiwan, as well as increasing interactions between Taiwanese officials and Western governments, particularly in the United States. China's military escalation has prompted the U.S. and its allies in the region to increase their defensive postures. The United States recently approved a significant arms package for Taiwan, including advanced weapons and defense systems designed to counter any potential Chinese offensive. Meanwhile, other nations in the Asia-Pacific, such as Japan and Australia, have voiced strong opposition to any change in the status quo by force, and have committed to regional security cooperation to deter Chinese aggression. While China's statements focus on Taiwan, the broader geopolitical picture suggests an intensifying US-China rivalry. Washington has increased its own military presence in the Indo-Pacific, conducting freedom of navigation operations and collaborating with allies through strategic initiatives like the Quad Alliance, which includes the US, Japan, India, and Australia. Xi's recent call for military readiness underscores China's view that these alliances and maneuvers threaten its national security and territorial integrity. Experts highlight that Xi's approach reflects his ideological commitment to what he calls the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. Part of this vision is the reintegration of Taiwan under mainland control, a goal Xi has made clear he intends to achieve, by force if necessary. Observers note that China's ambition is not only rooted in national pride, but also in its strategic interest in Taiwan's technology sector, which leads the world in semiconductor manufacturing, a vital industry for the modern economy. The situation has created a climate of high alert in Taiwan, where the government has been ramping up its defensive capabilities and engaging in diplomatic outreach to secure international support. Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen has reaffirmed Taiwan's commitment to maintaining its sovereignty and democratic values, vowing that Taiwan will not bow to pressure from Beijing. Tsai's government has also pursued alliances with other democratic nations, seeking to deter China from potential military action. Xi's call to prepare for war comes at a delicate time for China, as it grapples with internal economic pressures and international criticism. The Chinese economy has shown signs of slowing, partly due to Western sanctions and decreasing foreign investment. Critics argue that a military campaign against Taiwan could exacerbate China's economic challenges, particularly if it provokes a full-scale confrontation with the United States and its allies, which could trigger extensive economic sanctions. Analysts warn that any conflict over Taiwan would have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. The Taiwan Strait is a vital corridor for international trade, with around half of the world's container fleet passing through it annually. A blockade or military conflict in the area could disrupt global supply chains, particularly in sectors reliant on Taiwanese semiconductors, leading to severe economic ramifications across industries from consumer electronics to automotive manufacturing. In response to Xi's statements, the international community has called for restraint and emphasized the need for dialogue to resolve disputes peacefully. The United Nations, as well as several Western leaders, have reiterated the importance of stability in the Taiwan Strait. However, diplomatic efforts have had limited success in easing tensions, as both China and Taiwan remain firm in their respective positions, with Beijing insisting on reunification and Taipei maintaining its right to self-governance. As the Taiwan crisis unfolds, global gridlock will continue to monitor this complex and evolving situation. The world watches with increasing unease as military tensions escalate in the Taiwan Strait, a flashpoint that not only threatens East Asian stability, but could potentially draw major powers into a larger conflict, altering the geopolitical landscape for years to come.